Hi everyone, happy new moon in Capricorn. OMG and happy 2022. I officially can't believe it. I can believe it. It feels good. It's just, it's incredible. Every time we make it to a new year now, it's quite the accomplishment. So I just want to wish you a happy new year. Hello, how are you? So we're going to get started right away. I'm going to burn some sage. And I'm so excited tonight because I am premiering a new tarot card deck. Ethereal Visions Tarot. And it is officially gorgeous. I'm going to show you the cover real quick. Give you some of that sage too. There we go. So here's the cover of the deck we're using tonight. And this is the High Priestess card in it. It is just stunning. I love the gold stamping. I love it so much. And I've never had a deck with it. And it's just so funny because, I just graduated classes with the Sage Goddess. And I took spiritual alchemy from her, which is essentially the process of transmutation, taking one feeling like sadness and transmuting it into happiness, the opposite energy stream. And the last step of the process of alchemy, there's 7 phases or steps, and the last one is coagulation, which is where you make the gold. So it's like we did it under the lens of in actual alchemy back in the day, they started off with a metal like lead, and then they ended up with gold after this process of transmutation. And I just thought that it was cool that this Ethereal Visions deck has the gold stamping. It just felt very full circle. So I just finished saging the cards. The deck is beautiful. I mean, these cards are just stunning. That's the 10 of Wands. But I'm going to shuffle them for the first time with you. I'm going to open a circle and do all that. My phone feels so far away tonight, but I wanted you to be able to see the cards as they flew out. So bear with me while I get used to that. What else? So, Capricorn, let's dive into the energy, shall we? I feel like I'm going to light my Empress candle. I have this beautiful, gorgeous candle that my friend gave me. And I'm going to light it because the Empress is the mother of the zodiac, the queen of queens. She's thought to be pregnant in this, and she's literally birthing all her creations. And I feel like it's a good energy to work with tonight. I usually don't light a candle, but I think I'm going to. So it feels special. So Capricorn. Capricorn is actually an earth sign. And they are the sea goat of the zodiac. They are hardworking, ambitious people who are usually very successful at what they do because they're hardworking. But one interesting energy that was coming up for me today was just this energy of joy and desire. And how powerful it is to be in that state, in that mood, frankly, when you're setting intentions. So I hope that today you're coming at things from a place of that. And if not, I hope by the end of the reading you'll feel more so, because I definitely am. I got to spend some time with friends last night, and they're just so inspiring to be around people who support you and who you support. And I laughed and we ate and we had so much fun, and it put me in a really good mood for today. So I'm excited to be with all of you tonight and celebrate our desires and what we're birthing, because we really get 12 cosmic asks a year, questions. That's hard to say in plural, but yeah, 12 desires that we give out to the universe. I would like to manifest this, and it starts as this seed of intention, and tonight is the first one of those. But that's really what it is about, is your desires. And it's a perfect opportunity. And new moons are also about releasing. I usually don't start with that, but it's an important thing to say, and I even went back and added it to my post today, because that's an important part of manifestation. So, letting go of what can't come, you know, what you don't want to bring with you from 2021 into 2022. So there might be some of that in the cards as well. We'll have to wait and see. But yes, since it's a Capricorn new moon, some good intentions to set would be anything involving like goals around finances, work, I want to say, job stuff, location stuff. Like I even shared one of my manifestations with you, which I don't usually do. I wouldn't share the specifics of it, but you know, I'm manifesting a new apartment. And the other thing about manifesting and setting a seed of intention, because this is really what tonight's all about, just the seed, is believing that it will happen and acting like it already has. So you're celebrating what's already on its way to you. So that's kind of a little bit about what I talked about in the post. I am going to try a tarot card spread. I don't know how it's going to come out because I wanted to do a crystal ball. And of course I forgot to bring it in here with me. Let me go grab that. I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh my gosh, okay. I totally forgot to grab that. So this is pegmatite, but I just wanted to show you the concept. So, right, it sits on this base, and I wanted to do a spread like that, like a circle, and then the base of it. Because not only is it a Capricorn new moon, but we're moving into a universal year 6, which goes along with the Hermetic principle, as above, so below. And it's really this concept of like what you do in your material realm affects the spiritual realm and vice versa. And it's all about bounce and alignment this year and calling in new love, because, you know, in the tarot, card 6 is the lovers. Anyhow, so we're working with a bunch of different concepts, and for me, what I wanted to see was like what's in your crystal ball type thing. Like, I'm not going to compliment it or complicate it too much with the as above, so below thing. I just kind of want to see, it's to look within you, really, I guess. And, because spirit, you know, the spirit realm is like, it's up there, but it's also within you. You are both, you know, human and divine. There's like divine energy within you. There's the energy of the universe that created you also inside you. And so I kind of wanted to peer into that tonight. So I'm going to be using the ethereal visions to do the structure of the crystal ball. Like I said, I'll try my best. We'll see what happens. I think I'm going to keep my pegmatite spear here to guide me. And then I'm going to pull one Work Your Light Oracle to kind of lead us in, because I do want to start incorporating, doing a full tarot card spread and then incorporating one oracle card at the end, because it just always feels really good. So without any further ado, I am going to get started and open up a circle, and we're going to begin. Let me know if you have any questions. By the way, pegmatite is a really beautiful crystal. Hopefully you can see in this lighting. The purple is lepidolite, which is the stone of the anti-anxiety stone, which I always really need. And then the pink in there, the pink, there's some of it, is pink tourmaline, which is a heart healer. And the white is clevelandite, and there's a little bit of gray in there, which is smoky quartz. Clevelandite is good for healing trauma, and smoky quartz is good for transmuting energy. And together, it comes in this beautiful crystal that is pegmatite. So I'm going to be using that as the center to help ease our anxieties as we transmute the energy and call in heart healing and peace, essentially. So that's what we're doing tonight, you know, just keeping it simple. No, I'm really trying, though, to keep it simple. And I'm so excited. So I'm going to take off my boots, and I'm going to close the window, and we are going to get started. Please let me know if you have any questions. Happy New Year. If you do want to share what your, you know, intention you're working with is, you can, but just definitely have it in your mind during this reading, because I feel like a lot of insight is going to come through for all of us. so here we go. Oh gosh, I have my candle burning. And I'm like trying not to hit it. But yeah, my best friend Katie gave that to me, so I wanted to light it tonight in honor of that and birthing new creations, which I think a lot of us are going to be doing. And I don't know if you saw my post earlier, but I did talk about it at the party I was at last night. I gifted all my friends a crystal and a card. They had to pull it out of the bag and see what they got, and it was kind of like a little mini reading for them. And I was the last one, and there was only one card left, and it was the Pink Lotus card. And I really feel like this is a collective message right now too, because the Pink Lotus, it grows out of the mud and the muck, and it goes within every night into the muddy waters, and it emerges like all clean and pure. And I feel like that is what this new year is. It's about having a pure spirit and being spiritually aware. And awareness is key this year. To continue to be aware of what's going on around you, and even more importantly, what's going on within you. Because that's how you can really manifest. When you're clear with what's going on within you, you know, where you're at, what you want, you can easily direct the energy to where you want to be, more so. Like where you know where you are, you can say, okay, I'm here now, I would like to be here. And you set out that desire and intention every new moon. So anyhow, this is the collective kind of card I have up on my altar, the Pink Lotus. Should have just read it to you because it's kind of beautiful. You know what, maybe I'll start with that just to kind of get us in the flow. It might be a little bit of a longer reading tonight. I wanted to start as close to 6 o'clock as possible to get in the power hour of the universe, because since it is a universal year 6, I wanted to start at 6 p.m. Ended up starting close to 6:20. But it's just a correspondence in magic, another layer that's added on to that intention. You're aligning to the energy of the universe. And also one fun fact, if you know when you were born, that is your power hour. So during the day, you're probably the most productive during whatever that hour is. I was born at 3:50 p.m., so that definitely checks out for me. I'm not a morning person, that's for sure. And so from 3:50 to 4:50, that's my power hour. So I feel like because we're moving into a universal year 6, doing things at 6 p.m. might give it a little extra oomph. So there is all of that for your consideration. I am going to read you this card so I can ground my own energy a little. So Pink Lotus, celebrate your spirit. So here we go. I'm just going to hold up the card and read it. The pink lotus is a sacred plant, and the goddess Lakshmi is often pictured sitting on top of one, as well as the Buddha. This beautiful flower makes its way through the muck of the muddy pond below and emerges open and pristine. It represents spiritual awareness and promotes peace and tranquility. Each night, the pink lotus returns to the depths of the pond, and each morning it arises clean. It symbolizes a pure spirit, and its process represents the cycle of spiritual growth. Work with the pink lotus to honor where you are on your soul's journey. Celebrate the progress you've made and the beauty of your spirit, and incorporate spiritual practices like meditation to help you bloom. The message of the pink lotus is, your soul's journey is worthy of celebration. So true. That's the one thing we need to take away tonight. Honor wherever you are on your path. You've grown through a lot of mud. And I always stumble over that sentence, but really, I feel like that sums it up. As a collective, we have grown through a lot of mud. That's where growth happens, but now we get to rise up and ask for something new. So, with that, I am going to open the circle and really get started. Here we go. So if you want to roll your shoulders back, call your energy into present time. I've got my black tourmaline earrings on. Whew, they get stuck in my hair a lot. Okay, here we go. I welcome in the guides and guardians of the East, element of air. Thank you so much for being here tonight as we welcome in this new year, this new beginning, this new dawn. Thank you for helping us welcome in our intentions in a way that allows them to expand in ways that serve our highest good and the highest good of all. Blow in winds of change that will serve our highest good, and blow them in gently as we greet this new dawn, this new day, this new year. We welcome you with gratitude into the circle. Guides and guardians of the South, element of fire, thank you for being here to help us along on this journey to continue to help burn clean all that no longer serves our highest good. And we welcome you in for positive energies of transformation. Thank you for allowing those energies into our life as we continue to transform and spiritually evolve. Thank you for being there for us to help us ignite our passions and our desires continuously throughout this year, because that's going to be so important for manifesting them, is the desire. That is where it starts. So thank you for helping us with that. We welcome you with so much gratitude into the circle. Guides and guardians of the West, element of water, thank you so much for being here tonight. We welcome you into the circle with so much gratitude. You know, in a lot of ways, the pink lotus does remind me of the water element, and Kuan Yin and the Buddha, and just all of those things. But thank you for being here tonight, water, element of water, to help us cleanse and purify our emotions as we go into this new year, cleansing and purifying all that no longer serves our emotional growth, and getting excited about welcoming in energy streams of abundance and flow into our life. We welcome you into the circle with so much gratitude. Guides and guardians of the North, element of earth, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for being here to keep us safe as we continue on this journey into 2022. Thank you for being here to keep us connected to our ancestors and to the earth, to ground our intentions and manifest them into reality in this 3D physical space, while always remembering the beauty around us in nature. We welcome you with so much gratitude into the circle. And finally, we welcome in the element of spirit, which animates and breathes life into all of the elements and is magic. It's that intelligent force behind everything. We welcome you into the circle with so much gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I welcome in all energies of love and light and nothing else. And with that, the circle is open. Amen. Blessed be harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amanaho, and so it is. Oh, that felt so good. My nose was itching though. So we are going to start inks for the very first time with this new deck, and we're going to see what comes out. I am going to try to just take 6 cards tonight and keep it simple, because I feel like the message is going to be straightforward. I don't know. I hope. So that we can really dive into the cards' meanings. And I don't know if this is going to be so much of a past, present, future. I'm going to kind of flow with it, but I want to take 6 cards. It's more about maybe what you're releasing and what you're calling in. So maybe we'll take, we'll see how it flows. But I kind of want to let Spirit guide me tonight. So here we go. I'm just going to say one more centering prayer over these cards before we start shuffling. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to see these cards. Dear God and Goddess, thank you for giving us messages tonight of the highest love, light, and truth. Thank you for giving us messages that will serve our highest good and the highest good of all in perfect time. And thank you for helping us understand what we need to at this point to reveal the next desire that is illuminated on our path, and how we can celebrate the calling in of that desire. Amen. Blessed be harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amenaho, and so it is. All right. All right, here we go. And I am going to shuffle the cards 6 times, and I'm just going to move this pegmatite for now, the spear, but I am trying to do it in a crystal ball shape in a little stand. And you'll see more in the posts later that I post, because I'll do that too. See if I can do it in that shape. All right. Let's Cards are so beautiful. I kind of hate to shuffle them, to bend them, but I gotta shuffle. Oh, just they're so pretty. I can't wait. So now would be a good time to just kind of think of what that desire is for you right now. That's 4. 2 more shuffles. And then once you kind of have what your desire is for you, what is your desire for your larger community that you're a part of and the world, the collective? All right, and then final shuffle. Okay. All right, that felt complete. Here we go. Let's see what wants to come out. I am so curious. I mean, okay. Of course, no matter how far back I put my phone, so a ton just came out. They flew though, but, so we cannot take all of them, but, oh man, let's see. But, I feel like the cards are settling. Maybe they're excited too. Alright, what wants to come out? There's always this process of getting used to the cards too. So, I mean, but I think this is the second deck that I've kind of premiered while doing the live reading. So we'll see. Alright, just thinking. It's like, no, you're supposed to take all of those cards all at once. I mean, we'll see. Spirit, can you give us the message a little bit at a time tonight, love? Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. The Empress. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at how gorgeous. The Empress is my favorite card, and that's why I lit an Empress candle tonight. It's lit, but you know. Wow. All right. Well, it doesn't get much better than this. So this is all about birthing our new creations into the world. The Empress is pregnant, and to me, she's always Mother Gaia. She is like, you know, Earth itself. She is birthing new creations into the earth. So this is just the perfect energy to kind of start out with. This is you being the creator, essentially, of your own universe. In a really earthy, beautiful way that is very much in touch with your intuitions, but like also like this physical realm. So I couldn't think of a better card to come out. I love it so much. Oh, and I love that. Oh my goodness. So if you look really closely, of course I'm like already stuck on this one card, but she's got on her little corset there the Venus symbol, which is the divine feminine symbol there. It's actually a mirror that you're holding up. So we're looking for the answers within our hearts. I love that. Ugh. I love these cards. I love, love, love. Okay, let's see what else wants to come out. Okay, what do we need to do to be the Empress this year? There we go. Okay, they still want to come out all in bunches. That's fine. Shoot. Okay, so it's so interesting. I think this is kind of what I was talking about earlier too, and I felt some of this energy at the end of 2021. I think a lot of things maybe didn't manifest last year that maybe we wanted. So this is the energy sometimes of maybe not recognizing a gift from the universe. But there's still time to recognize that. And that's why it's so important to look within. And also this is about your belief. Like, you know, this know up when you're ready for it to show up, when you believe you're worthy of it showing up. Know that you're worthy, because there is something that's trying to be birthed, and there is a gift, but if you don't think you're worthy, the universe doesn't give it to you because it goes off of vibration. The good thing is you can always change your vibration. And I feel like with the Empress here, like, you can absolutely do that. It's time to keep believing in yourself, in your creations, or maybe to create new ones. If something didn't happen that you wanted to, see if it still resonates with you. And if it does, keep believing that it's on its way. You know, keep looking for the signs, keep recognizing it in your current state, because I promise you they're there. Even if you can't even see anything yet, there's feelings there. There's signs that aren't always in the flesh, you know, but if there's a feeling, if there's a desire, this can still be flipped around. It will show up as soon as you believe in your desires and that you're worthy of them. So, but, what do we have after that? Okay, so interesting that this shows up. And why I feel like it could be here is because what follows it. The King of Wands. I guess. Why does this feel so familiar? I'm going to have to look back at the last full moon of the year, because it feels very familiar to that energy of like, we are powerful beings, but we don't always realize it. And so sometimes it takes us longer to manifest things than it has to, because we don't always realize it. But I feel like here we're remembering, and we're remembering from an energetic state, which is really where it all starts. We are kind of in control of our passions. The King of Wands is very much in control of his creativity. He knows how to manifest from that place of creativity, of engaging with it. So celebrate what is on its way. Find creative ways to do that. You know, for me, it's like little things like that apple I posted, you know, it's like a symbol of like, oh, well, my new apartment's coming and what's it gonna look like? And you could do a Pinterest board and begin to plan it. And so then when that thing shows up, which it will, you're like all set to kind of just easily step into it. So find creative ways to celebrate all that's on its way to you through your creativity. And we're going to read the guidebook tonight since it is a new deck, and I briefly looked at it and I thought it seemed really like succinct, which I always love, but like that it had enough new little nuggets of wisdom that I definitely want to look into. But let me just break down these last cards and get 6 cards out first. So interesting, because this one caught my attention when I was saging the cards right before we went live. So 7 of Cups is up next. And it's followed by the 7 of Wands. Wow, wow, wow. I think this is such a cool illustration of the 7 of Cups. This is a card about having a lot of options and being confused by them. And, you know, I just think it just reminds me of Hamlet in theater with the mask. He's holding up the mask. Like, this year is all about taking this mask off, because you don't want to create from what other people want you to be or expect you to be. And sometimes I think with that, it really is here about taking the mask off, because that's where you'll see where you are emotionally. You know, cups are all about your emotions. And once you take off this mask, I feel like the alligator becomes like, you know, not as big and scary. It becomes a lizard, you know? So it's really about seeing through the facade of other people's expectations and opinions of you. Because, so in the 7 of Cups, we're confused by all of our options. Like, what is true and what is not? Is there truth in what other people say? It's not the whole truth. Only you know the whole truth of who you are and who you're choosing to be and become. So, you know, don't let other people's opinions of you really factor into your decisions, unless they're people you trust, and then look at them, like really trust, and then look at them, but still use your own intuition first. And then finally, we have the Seven of Wands. So this is our 5th card out. So I'm going to pull one more to see what our outcome card is. So 2 sevens in a row, interesting, because, you know, the pink Lotus card that we got out earlier was talking about spiritual cycles and spiritual growth and evolution, and kind of like becoming aware of where we are at in that journey. So Seven of Wands is a defensive energy, trying to defend your beliefs and what you believe. You're fighting off other people's opinions. And so, like, it's successful because, you know, before it is the 6 of Wands, which is the card of victory, but it's coming at things from a rather defensive stance where, like, maybe you don't need to. Because once you let the importance of other people's opinions kind of fade to the background, you can see that they just, you know, don't matter. I lost my train of thought there. What was I going to say? It's so interesting. Like, you don't have to fight off this alligator. Because the less you kind of bother with other people's opinions, the less it will bother you. I guess that's the only way I can say it. Yeah. So, let's see one more final outcome card. It's a really very interesting spread. And it reminds me of the energy we've been working with, which is, you know, not entirely unexpected. Like, it's a new year, but you do always got to recognize where you came from. Shoot. Well, 3 more cards popped out. Okay, that's going to be the end. Okay, 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which I'm going to try to start showing more because it's how I know when to end a tarot card reading, like, depending on what's on the bottom of the deck. I don't really love to end it if it's, like, a reverse card or really harsh energy. I like to get it to a place where we're going into, you know, whatever part of the cycle we're in with more clarity and optimism. So 8 of Wands is a good card to be in the bottom of the deck. It's the card of movement. So this is fast-moving energy. And that makes sense with Capricorns. They don't mess around. They don't procrastinate. So this will move through very quickly. So yeah, which is kind of good. You kind of want that. I always prefer energy to be moving. I myself move slowly, but I like when the energy is moving quickly because that creates ease and flow. So that's on the bottom of the deck. And then we have 3 cards out. Oh man, another 7 too. Okay, so our last 3 cards are our outcome cards. So we have the Emperor in reverse. So there's something we're really having a hard time, I think, kind of taking control over, getting a grip. This is, you know, the card of authority, really, you know, card of Aries, but more so this has to do with, this is like the CEO energy, which can be kind of toxic sometimes. I don't know, shop small business. But so in reverse, like, maybe this is us breaking out from that authoritative, well, you should do A, B, and C to get to D and have true success. Like, maybe this is us, like, kind of challenging, be careful with my words here, challenging, not challenging, but kind of embracing, us being our own CEO in a healthy way, where, you know, nobody gets hurt or anything like that, but we're embracing our own truth at this time. But I think it's a struggle for some of us. Yeah, but learning how to be your own boss is how I feel into this energy. And the 7 of Pentacles, that makes sense. So, ooh, look at how glittery, with the candle especially, and the lights on, I can see that stamping. But yeah, the 7 of Pentacles is all kind of about, it's looking at previous seeds of intention and seeing how far we've come, which is an important thing, you know. And again, ties back to the pink Lotus card, celebrate your spirit. like whenever you get discouraged along this path, which is going to happen, whatever your path is that you're on right now and wherever you're at in that, it's important to remember how far you've come, and that will ground you. And then to also remind yourself after you've done that, where you want to go next and where you are now. Like, like this is, again, not an energy you have to stay in forever, but it's important to acknowledge your accomplishments. Like, we've grown through a lot of mud, like the Pink Lotus card said. And it's important to acknowledge that when you're feeling like you don't know how to manage things sometimes. Because you do. On the top row here, we have the Empress and the King of Wands. It's, again, all about that belief. And honestly, when I was like tapping into the energy today, because I kind of start like getting into this state where it's like a loose channeling when I'm getting ready. It always happens to me, starts coming in all these messages that I wish I could remember when I'm doing the reading, and I try. But, and that is what was coming through more than anything, how important it is to believe in ourselves. And how, obviously it's not easy, but if it was, everyone could do it. But I believe that you can do it. I believe that a lot of us can actually do it. And like, maybe we need to create ease around that belief in ourselves. Like, and I think that that's done through celebrating where you've been and where you want to go. Because even having a desire and a dream is an amazing ability, not to sound too cheesy, but hope is powerful. Without hope, what is there? You know what I mean? So like, it's okay to get discouraged once in a while. Everyone does. But then remember how far you've come. And then finally, we have the Knight of Wands, which is a beautiful way to end it. So this is the message that maybe is going to get us to the King of Wands kind of perspective of like, it's this message of a new energy stream coming in, which might be hope, which might be belief or empowerment. You get to decide, but this is gonna show up on an energetic level. Knights are always messengers. It could also be a fire sign. There is a decent amount of fire in this reading. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because there's the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So, could be, but doesn't have to be. It's just aligning with that passion, with that desire, and realizing that you do have control over what you create to an extent. You know what I mean? And like, what you don't have control over, don't spend too much time worrying about. Worry about what you can control, and then like let the universe kind of guide you through the rest. So this is quite the journey that we've gone on in this reading. What was I going to do next? I was going to pull an oracle card. Does anyone have any questions? I'm trying to figure out, let's see, how I'm going to do this as a stand. I actually think I know. Oh my god. It just like figured itself out. Yeah. Alright, I might have to do this later. Yeah. But, and I don't know if I can make the cards go in a circle. But, it's a something. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one more card that's an oracle card to kind of lead us through into like, how do we get this message from the Knight of Wands? How is it coming in? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. That's it. All right. About 15 more minutes here. But I did want to go through the guidebook and see what they had to say. I usually don't refer to the guidebook because, I know the meanings of the cards, but I feel like it's fun when you get a new deck to explore it a little bit and see what it has to say. So let's go through and see if we can get any clarity. Ooh, and they do reversals. Yay, yay, yay. So the Empress, the Queen of Queens to me, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. Let's see what they have to say. Astrological, Correspondence, Venus. I love when they do that too. Because, you know, the tarot cards are all related to zodiac sign and planets and things like that. So this one is related to, the Empress is related to the planet Venus. The Empress is the manifestation of creation. I'm telling you, it's all about creating. The mother. She invites you to reconnect with the natural world and nourish what we have created. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So that was our first card out. So connecting with the natural world and nourishing what we've created. And so upright, she is creation, abundance, luxury, nature, and pleasure. Desire. And what we've created too, which is a lot of Seven of Pentacles energy, card that we got later on. All right, so next up we had the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I don't really love to see that, to be honest, but we'll flip it up around. Okay. Well, okay, so, and when it's, the Empress is Major Arcana card 3 of the tarot, so the Major Arcana, they go into a little bit more depth than they do with the rest of the cards, but that's all right. Because again, it's nice when it's just brief and you can look at the guidebook real quick. So, Ace of Pentacles in reversed. Greed, boo. Corruption, boo. Risk. I mean, sometimes there is a risk involved with becoming your own creative force in the world, but it's worth taking. And delay. See, more than anything, I'm just feeling this as a delay because we haven't recognized our ability to create our desires. So there can be a delay to a manifestation, but we don't really have to make it as hard as we do sometimes. So that's all this really is, delay. Delay in our creations. But that's when you start looking for the signs and just looking within to like why that might be. What within you needs to be released for you to believe that you are worthy of creating your desires, you know? So next up is the King of Wands. I'm so all about this deck. It just has the most unique energy to it. It's like very simple, but yet beautiful. Just, anywho, I love these cards. Okay. King of Wands, here we go. Okay, so this one, King of Wands, says influence, respect, leader, maturity. We need to become our own leader, our own boss. So, and we do have influence. I think sometimes that can be a scary thing when you're like, oh, I do actually influence people. Like you want to be a good role model, but first you have to define what that looks like for yourself. Again, these words are all so important though. Influence, respect, leader, maturity. Those are all words I feel like that should go together. Respect. Maturity. That's what you want to have when you're a leader and you have the ability to influence people, is respect and maturity for yourself and for everyone you come into contact with. Everyone you come into contact with, whether you agree, disagree, respect and maturity is definitely needed. That's definitely a skill set. So that's who the King of Wands is. I mean, I really do feel like we are probably the King of Wands in this reading, and what's coming in is a message from the Knight of Wands. All right, so the next card out was the Emperor in reverse. I'm going to switch, yeah, because I read it like, yeah. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so the Emperor is Major Arcana card 4. So that's interesting. We had the Empress, which is Major Arcana card 3. As the divine feminine being, you know, upright. And the divine masculine, I mean, getting the King of Wands is, you know, it's divine masculine linear energy. But a part of us maybe still doesn't believe we're like the CEO, like that linear, we don't believe that we're capable of it, but we are. That's bullshit, so. Let's see. But yeah, it's interesting that the Empress and the Emperor are both here So let's see what we can learn from the guidebook. There we go. All right, so the Emperor. So like I said, the astrological correspondence to the Emperor is Aries, and I'm just holding it in reverse because it was in reverse, but yes, that's what he looks like upright. Very stern, very serious. I always think it's about being serious, though. I don't feel weirdly that this new moon, is about being serious. I feel like it's about celebrating and having fun. So that's when things really just happen, because you're not really obsessing over something. And that's when you allow the universe to actually come in and give you the thing you've been asking for. You're in a state of receiving and birthing. I really feel like this is the time of like you're pregnant with the idea. And I mean, but it takes 9 months to birth a baby. Like it takes 9 months for the baby to develop, and then like, you know, for you to have it, sometimes more if you're, you know, so give it a chance. This is not about manifesting. This is about planting the seed. And so give that seed a chance to grow. So yes, but anyhow, the Emperor in reverse. Oh, interesting interpretation. Well, so first, because the Empress is the mother, he's the father. He's able to calm chaos and offer authoritarian, now I can't say it when I'm trying to read it, authoritarian guidance. Is that right? He exudes the traits of the leader, protector, and provider, but can be ruthless if disagreed with. This feels like icky corporation stuff to me. Rigidity. Okay, so reversed, it means rigidity, powerlessness, avoidance, and chaos. Interesting. Interesting, because I'm liking the guidebook tonight, because it's like really helping me with just connecting the dots even further. I mean, we also got the Seven of Cups tonight, and that's confusion, but I feel like this might be confusion from not really looking at things. And to be spiritually aware, you have to look at things as they are within you. And that doesn't mean like that everything's going to be dandy with you. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be, just because you're aware of things doesn't mean you automatically solve them, but by being aware of them, you're in a place where you can there solve them, because you're dealing with the truth of the matter and not the mask. So really, really interesting. So yeah, again, so just rigidity, powerlessness, avoidance, chaos. So don't be afraid to look in the mirror, and see what's going on inside you, and know that you do have power over what you choose to create to some extent. It's time to take that back, in a sense, like in a peaceful way. Whenever I say that, it's like, I mean, it's an internal process of like recognizing that you are a being who can create, and create what you desire. And there's so many good people out there. Like sometimes I worry when I say that that's going to be completely taken the wrong way, but those are the people, and it makes me emotional to say this, like that need to remember that they're completely worthy of creating what they desire. Like, I think, unfortunately, sometimes the villains are better at that than like the heroes, quote unquote, like at realizing the power you hold within. But I think that story's got to be rewritten this year. You can't come at things from a place of victimhood and not wanting to see. You've got to definitely see what's really going on there to empower yourself with the belief that you are worthy of it. You are. You do hold the power, and that shouldn't scare you. That should empower you. Anyhow. Oh my God, I'm going off on one tonight. Sorry, guys. Sometimes when you start to channel, it's like, it's not me, it's obviously through me, you know, and I just feel like there is this universal energy of trying to show you how amazing you are. So I hope you feel that. Hope you feel good going into this new year. despite the challenges. Look how far you've come. Despite the mud, look how much you've grown. Remember. Okay, so where am I? Okay, yeah. I've got about only a couple more minutes here. So, okay, so Seven of Cups. And I just felt like I would do this for the first time with the guidebook. I probably will not do this every time. I definitely won't. But, you know, it's worth taking a look-sees. All right, so Seven of Cups was upright. So Seven of Cups, illusion, imagination, unrealistic desires. That's not a thing. Possibility. Huh. Those things don't seem like they go together. I just think this is still getting confused by the illusions, frankly. Unrealistic desires. Well, that doesn't sit well with me. Because then the next word is possibility. Yeah, anything is possible, actually. If you feel like your desire is unrealistic, then it is. But if you don't, then it's not. You know, that's all I'll say about that. I think it's just the ability to look within and what you really want. I don't think it's so much about realistic and not realistic. I think it's like kind of breaking it down and not trying to do it all at once, but just maybe taking things step by step. Celebrating one step after the other, one foot in front of the other. You know what I mean? Like, it just reminds me of that saying, like, don't try to compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20 or something like that, you know? Like, celebrate your own growth at your pace. And then, so next up we had the Seven of Wands. So this is that defensive energy. So I just wanted to see if the guidebook is pretty much just, it's saying what they mean to mean. So if you ever want to learn the tarot too, I highly recommend, this is a good deck because it's succinct and to the point. I like it. Alrighty, let's see. Where is the Wands? I was just on the Wands, wasn't I? No. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Seven of Wands. Okay. So it was upright. So challenge, struggle, defense, justification. Yep. That's what it is. Defending one's beliefs. So pretty much they're just giving you some adjectives here. Yep. Which you don't have to do. You know, I mean, like, to the extent of, like, if somebody's arguing with you, yeah, sure, stand up for yourself. But it's also, like, you can ignore the noise of other people's opinions. It is just noise. It's like, you have to, once you recognize the truth, that is the truth. Knowing yourself is so key to manifestation. But I feel like the medicine of this card is to let go of the opinions of others. To not let them sway your beliefs so much. It's kind of developing a strong spiritual core, spiritual abs, if you will. And then, okay, we have 2 cards left. So the last one here is the other 7. Seven of Pentacles. 3 sevens tonight. That's nuts. Yeah, because we got the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. The only one we didn't get was the Seven of Swords, and I'm kind of happy about that, because that's a difficult energy. So, the Seven of Pentacles. So that's really all about celebrating past accomplishments. And here in the book, that's crazy, it was like already opened up to the page. It's profit, reward, investment, and growth. Okay. So yeah, like knowing where you did come from does pay off. Profit, reward, investment, growth. We love that. So you overcome that defensiveness once you realize that you are growing. And investment, growth, profit. Those are positive words. So, do not let the other people's opinions get in your way, manifesting. And finally, we end with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, there's a decent amount of fire in this energy, in this reading. So, this is like kind of our outcome card. So let's read that. Shoot, I forgot I wanted to pull the Oracle card. It's going to be a long reading. Okay, let me just really quickly read that since we're near the Wands. Okay. Knight of Wands, here we go. Outcome card. Determination, energetic, impulsiveness, and passion. Okay. Yeah, passionate. Determination, energetic, impulsiveness, and passionate. I really think passion is going to be the energy stream that's going to like overcome everything. Our passion, our belief in our passions is what's going to overcome this defensive energy and confusion. It's just the belief in our passions is going to be stronger. So there you go. Spoiler alert. But all right, so let's pull one oracle card to pull this all together. What is within the crystal ball here? So I'm going to pull one more from the Work Your Light oracle, and then I'm going to close the circle and hopefully post this, and I'll do a post for you later. But here we go. Dear God and Goddess, what is within us right now that we need clarity on during this new moon in Capricorn? What passion, what truth wants to come forward to us at this moment in time that will serve our highest good and the highest good of all in perfect time? Amen. Blessed be, harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amanaho, and so it is. What is within our crystal ball? Okay, let's see what wants to come out. No, more than one. Okay, if more than one keeps coming out, I'll do it a different way. Yeah, I'm going to do it a different way. Let me do it a different way. Let me try one more time. Let's see, come on. Nope. Okay. Too many want to come out. Let me try it this way. All right, perfect. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. Yes. For all the people who don't believe in you, there's people that do. And focus on them. I mean, you know what I mean? Focus on your tribe. Because, you know, sometimes that's how we get things done, with the tribe. And they're out there, you know. For me, last night it was my friends. You know, they're my tribe, and like I have a lot of tribes. My classes, I'm taking classes with the Sage Goddess this year. I'm doing a program in being an oracle, and yeah, I consider them my tribe. So it's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. The Great Gathering. Well, well, well. Let's find that one. And I'll read that, and then I will close the circle. The only thing is there's not a... Just trying to find the page. Great Gathering. Here we go. Alrighty, let me hold it up while I read it. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. You are being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet, and as you travel and share your creations, something is rethreaded. Interesting. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to stop saying interesting, sorry. You're being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming a part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet. To raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to come to something greater, one of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. So true. You are your tribe. They are just like you, and you are longing and searching for them. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. Hold the card on your heart and say, I choose now to let myself be seen. Whew, that's powerful to say. I am ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. Amen. Blessed be. Harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. Aho. And so it is. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to post that along with this spread. And I'm going to close the circle. And thank you so, so, so much for being here. I'm really excited for the year ahead. I will be doing personal tarot card readings too, so definitely reach out to me if you would like one of those. And I'm going to release the guides and guardians from the circle real quick and get this posted for you. I release you, Spirit, from the circle. Thank you for being here tonight and breathing life into all of the elements. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I release you with so much gratitude from the circle. I release the guides and guardians of the earth. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for continuing to keep us safe and for helping us ground our desires into reality. I release you with so much gratitude from the circle tonight. Guides and guardians of the west, element of water, thank you for being here tonight. I release you with so much gratitude from the circle. Thank you for helping us continue to cleanse and purify our emotions and to not be afraid to look at our emotional truth as we make space and welcome in the flow of abundance and love into our lives. We release you with so much gratitude from the circle tonight. Guides and guardians of the south, element of fire, thank you for being here tonight. I release you with so much gratitude. Thank you for being here to help us continue to positively transform and burn clean all that no longer serves, as well as welcome in our passions and our people. We release you with so much gratitude from the circle. Guides and guardians of the east, element of air, thank you so much for being here tonight and for helping us breathe life into our new creations and existing creations. Thank you for helping us expand all of our desires into a larger space. And thank you for letting us not be afraid to be seen as we welcome new beginnings, positive new beginnings into our life. Thank you for helping us be clear in our vision. We release you with so much gratitude from the circle. I release all guides and guardians of love and light. And with that, the circle is closed. Amen. Blessed be. Harm none. It is done. It is done. It is done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Aho. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you for joining me for this new moon in Capricorn. I love you guys so much. Take care.